Hey everybody, it's the NTNA recap show. This is a really big one. We are going to find out who two of the finalists are today, and we're going to check out the final battle in the lab, CND lab. So you definitely don't want to miss this episode because we are down to it. Get comfortable and we'll be back in just a minute to start the show.
Coupa is proud to introduce Coupa Base Coat, a superior adhesive between nail plate and gel products without damage to the natural nail. Also, Coupa High Gloss and Coupa Matte Top Coats, both no wipe, an excellent sealer, and last 2 to 4 weeks. Now we have the Trio Pack, which include both high gloss and matte top coats and a free base coat. For more information, call 1-800-994-5872 or www.coupainc.com. Coupa is proud to announce 2 new additions to the Manny Pro Passport family, introducing My Prince and My Princess, complete with an acetone-resistant control box and your choice of the KP60 or KP55 handpiece, with speeds up to 30,000 RPMs. For more information, call 1-800-994-5872 or visit us online at www.coupainc.com.
Colors and patterns help us express ourselves, show the world who we are. Sometimes I wake up and I feel girly, sometimes I'm flirty, sometimes I feel free, but most days I just feel like me. Show the world who you want to be. Color me curious. Join us May 29th on our Facebook page for the big reveal.
Everybody, and welcome to another episode of the NTNA Recap Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Elaine Watson, Vice President of Coupa Incorporated, which I nearly just forgot.
That's who you are.
And I am joined by Beth Livesey, Executive Editor of Nails Magazine.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Are you thawed out?
Yeah, tired though. I need more coffee. I always need more coffee.
Beth's been in Chicago.
Been in Chi-Town. I loved it. Saw Jan, saw Emily.
You get to see some peeps.
Saw the peeps. Yeah.
How cool is that?
I like it, yeah.
Actually, I was going to save it for after the news, but since you mentioned it, Marissa, go to 001. We have a picture of you and Emily Nash from the NTNA competition.
Adorable.
How cool.
Because we've met each other before, and she's really into makeup and hair color, and I saw her with no makeup. We both forgot our makeup. So she was wearing no makeup, and I didn't even recognize her. Didn't even recognize her, and her hair was her natural hair color. Didn't recognize her.
When I saw this picture, I went, oh, Lord help me. If she walked up to me at a show, I wouldn't have recognized her either, and I would have felt horrible for not recognizing her. But you're right, no makeup makes it different.
She used to educate with artistic, and she said she went to the artistic booth, and they were like, who are you?
Oh, that's like word. That's like super painful. Those are your peeps.
I know, but I could totally relate, because I don't know what happened. I just forgot makeup.
I'm going to be totally like transparent right now. I have a fear of like the NTNA networking events and stuff, because I have so many really awesome fans
Yeah.
who I've met over and over
Yeah.
and over again. And I have the world's worst memory.
That's okay.
Like, I can look somebody
That's
in the
okay.
eye and recognize I know them every time. The eyes give it, and
Right.
I'm an eye
Right.
talker.
Yeah.
But I always get like anxiety, and I feel ill about going to events like that and
Yeah.
knowing somebody is gonna come up to me and talk to me. I'm not gonna recognize
That's
them.
okay though. I mean, I think at a show it's just so hectic, but you
It
know.
is. But I wish I had a
Emily-
better memory.
Right. But Emily was just like really special because she competed and she worked really hard, so we took her to lunch. So we had to celebrate all that she's achieved.
Yeah,
in this
definitely.
season. And her nails were cool. Her nails are on our Instagram. I just love her nails. They were like happy faces
Oh,
emojis.
cool. Oh, I'm gonna have to go look.
So cool. Yeah.
Neat.
Beautiful.
So, Beth, tell our viewers, what's the
Elaine.
NTNA? We'll get all this stuff out of the way. What's the NTNA? Brock, you know, what is
are we
this competition?
talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
No, we're talking about the only online nail art competition for professionals. So professionals from all over the world are allowed to compete through a virtual weekly elimination competition. So if you've seen Chopped, if you've seen Project Runway, it's really the same idea. So they're submitting designs every week. We have a new sponsor every week. A professional nail manufacturer sponsors a week for 10 weeks of the competition. Coupa is one of the sponsors. Each week we unfortunately have to eliminate somebody, and each week we name a winner. So now we're actually down to the end of our competition. So the weekly challenges are over. And at this point, what we're looking at is the elimination bracket sponsored by C&D called C&D Last Chance Design Lab. So basically, one of the people who wins this Design Lab challenge is going to go on to the finals in Premier Orlando. We're going to have the top 3 finalists competing for the crown. We're going to be announcing the winner in front of 600 people at the NTNA social. So Elaine and I will see you there, and it's not that far away. It's like 2 months.
I have
It's
so
2 months.
much to do between now and then.
I know, and it's
I'm a little
creeping
bit
up on me.
overwhelmed with my schedule at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Me too.
It's gonna be here like that.
I know. Our party for 600 people will be here before.
Yeah. And of course, we are a sponsor of the competition,
Yes.
which makes us kind of that little fish that follows the shark, because we created this show.
Yes, you did.
Because of it.
Yeah.
And it's great. We get to tell everybody about the competition, show them what
Yes.
everybody has submitted,
Right.
and recap who's won, who hasn't.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
This has been fun.
It's
I'm
been
going to be
so
sad when June comes and goes and it's over.
I know. What are we going to do with her?
I'm going to have to start producing stuff for Wednesday.
There you go.
This made it easier
There
for
you
me. I didn't
go,
have
yeah.
to think about it. So, yeah, as Beth explained, we are down to announcing a top 2 today.
Yep.
We are down to announcing the last 2 in Design Lab, and one of them will be the top 3.
Yes.
Where we are, this is it. We're down
This
to
is it. And I just talked to Jam before the show, and so she's,
Can't wait to know what's
she's
in her
saving it. She hasn't looked yet. But yeah, we'll know by Friday, so it's exciting.
I know she's busy, but I don't even know how she can not look. Like I'm refreshing, waiting for you guys to post
She
them
takes
every
it
week.
Yeah, she takes it really seriously.
wait
So for
to
her,
look.
she has to give it the right amount.
Yeah, she wants me
it's
in a space.
scheduled in her book, so it's the right amount of time.
She's adorable.
Yeah.
So also, I have some announcements before we start getting into the
Yes.
show. Have to announce the fact that on May 29th, it is going to be our Coupa keynote. We've been teasing this. I can't give you any information on what it is unless you want to, go fund me. So I accept bribes. No. But yeah, on May 29th, Richard and I are going to be giving probably the keynote of my life and his life. And then any other, make sure now that you go to nailsmag.com/NTNA Social 2019.
Yep.
Tickets are up for sale. So if you were
Yep.
planning on joining us in Florida, now's the time. Buy the tickets. There's only so much space.
Right, and we do sell out every year, guys.
We do every
We do.
last year,
So,
easily 600. I
yeah.
think there was more. It was really crowded.
I think, yeah, but really, Fire Marshal, we're not supposed to have more than 600 people. I would recommend buying your tickets now rather than buying them at the door.
Yeah.
To know that you
Don't
can
take the
get in.
chance. You go too far. You're traveling all the way there.
I know.
You don't want to get turned
I know,
away.
yeah.
And it is a big deal. And there's some cool things that are going to happen.
Uh-huh.
As the weeks of this show progress and we get closer to Orlando, we'll be able
We can
to
share
reveal
more.
some of
Yeah.
that. But right now I can't.
Right.
It's all right here. again, GoFundMe. What was last week's challenge, Beth?
Oh boy.
Our sponsor,
It's a lot.
Wildflowers. And
I'm
Judge
so glad
Lauren
you have it
Wyman.
written
I
down
know,
because
God,
my
that
brain
was
is
so long.
my brain is so bad, and the last challenge was such a doozy.
It's
Okay.
a long explanation.
It
Is that
is.
big enough for you to read? Print it
I
out?
can read it.
Do you
I
want to
can
do
read it. I
do
can
you
read
want
it.
my
I mean, you
iPad?
might see me do this, but I can read it. So last week's challenge was called Another Dimension, and it was sponsored by Wildflowers Nails. So basically, Wildflowers is a very popular art class called Dimension Art, and it's where you make something that looks 3D out of a 2D design. So she asked our last 3 contestants to create flat nail art on a mural that looked 3D but wasn't, and it had to be inspired by the work of David Zinn. So they had to use the 10 mural nail tips that Wildflowers provided them. They were allowed to fuse them together, but they couldn't flatten more than 75% of the surface. They had to use Wildflowers art paste, Wildflowers pop-up gel, and any medium they wanted for the painting. Embellishments were allowed. The overall project couldn't exceed more than 1 centimeter in thickness. They were allowed to cut the edges of the nail tips, but they had to create original designs, so no reproductions of character art, etc. But as if that wasn't enough, they then...
But there's more.
There's always more, right? With NTNA, they had to produce a 1 to 2 minute time-lapse video on Instagram. And then they also had to go live on the Wildflowers Facebook page for at least 5 minutes and discuss their artistic process. And then, of course, they had the regular video that we showed here on the recap show last week. So we had 3 videos from them and a set of 10 nail tips made into a mural that looked 3D but was really 2D. And they all completed it. They all did a great job.
They did good.
Yeah.
Because we're down to it, and you definitely don't want to, come with art that you didn't invest a lot of time and energy into, because you'll get eliminated like that.
Exactly, yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
too much amazingness going on. So, to recap, we have the 3 final submissions, a picture of that, so you guys can have a look at that. The image, of course, is with Ashton, Harlan, Carly Sneer, and Nixie Rose's submission, so you can see that there. This week is different because we're not going to have a top 3, top 2, bottom 1, because it just basically gives it away.
Right, I know, and I probably should have mentioned that last week. I was like all over the place, and I forget how we do this, and we like to add suspense. So we
want
never
suspense.
we can't have it. They're all top 3,
Yeah.
so we can't have a top and a bottom because everyone's on top at this point. They made
So,
it.
we do have a winner.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I am too. I like this one.
So Carly Snar won her first challenge, and this is I told her, I said, this is the one you want to win.
This is the one.
You don't have to worry. Am
Yeah,
I going to Florida or
she's
not?
in.
You know,
She's
I'm
going
going
to Florida.
and I'm just so proud of her.
I am too.
That was just a
Let's
lovely
all bask in the glory of Carly, because
lovely
this is her biggest one win
moment.
She's had some near misses.
Some near misses.
She's been up
right?
there,
right? Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
it. Who's joining her though? Because now we have a second, and I actually didn't give Marissa a slide on this because I hadn't planned to say it, but
yeah. Ashton Harlan. So congratulations,
so
Ashton.
Ashton's safe. She's joining Carly, but that means OMG, Nixie.
Nixie's eliminated, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we can't tell you who she's going up against yet because that's later in the
Totally.
broadcast. But let's bask in Carly's
Victory.
comments
Yes.
from the judges.
Yeah, so I actually shared all of the judges' comments with Carly because big win, and you all had a lot to say. So Lauren Wireman, our guest judge, our NTNA alum, first runner-up from season 1, of course owns Wildflowers Nail Academy and the company, says great attention to detail. What a unique piece. If you would have chosen a broader range of color, you could have created even more depth and pop. The concept of depth was there with your top hexagons and bees, but they could have been taken a bit further for more of a wow factor. You did an excellent job keeping the proportions of Jan's face. So pretty good compliment from Ms. Lauren Wireman. Valerie Ducharme, our current champion, says, I love your inspiration. You are so unique. I would like to see Jan's face with more colors, so agreeing with Lauren on that one, which would have raised the level of technique. You are simple and very clear in your teaching. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I like that you explained at the beginning of your live what NTNA is because not everyone knows, which is what we do.
Yeah.
Which is
if
why
you're
we
just
do
tuning
it.
in for the first time,
Exactly,
what is it?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Head judge Jan Arnold. And by the way, I think anytime you do Jan's face, Jan really likes it. I've noticed.
Who wouldn't?
That seems to do well, so it's a good strategy if you're thinking
good
of
strategy.
competing.
If you do it well.
Yeah, please
thank you.
do it well. But I mean, her face was like cut out last week. But I mean,
if you didn't do it well, it could be potentially a sink.
Totally, yeah. So Jan said, absolutely brilliant illusion work. The design brings you in with its harmony of composition. Then the eye continues to delve deeper for astonishing reality. We love the honey pot structure using nail tips, the drips of honey, and the overall creativity. Jan loved the set. She, like I said, I just saw her. She was like so in awe of it. Nail's art director, Yuiko Sugino, who's also an illustrator, pretty talented artist herself, says, great composition. I love the concept. The line work could be a bit cleaned up. It currently has a sketch-like feel, but the shadowing really helped give it a 3D quality. Darken the shadowing to amplify the dimension. The touch of honey at the top is very effective in giving texture to the whole set. Maybe a pop of light blue in Jan's eyes would have added more dimension. Good Facebook Live, very casual but fun. The practice nail is adorable. Really neat to see how you sketch and then you use your tablet, because she used the Adobe Creative. Good time lapse showing the sketch work. So really good comments on the videos. And then head judge me said, such a unique twist on the concept, which is why you're here. I like the hand molding of the lace paste and the use of nails as the background. I appreciate that you incorporate Lauren's techniques. The honey drip is purely satisfying. My only critique is that you may need more dimension to get the optical illusion effect. On camera, you are as cute and professional as ever. Love the use of Adobe Sketch, and the practice nail is just so well done.
I love her videos.
I do too.
We've said it a million times.
Right, and I mean, I think what Valerie's saying about being very clear and just very easy to understand, like that's what you need when you're explaining something so technical, right?
Yeah.
You need that ease. So she's a good teacher.
She sounds like she's smiling when she's talking.
Exactly.
And I always say, like,
exactly.
yeah, if you're just very monotone, it's not as entertaining.
Exactly.
And her tone and her energy and she's just spunky. Her
Totally
videos are very
spunky.
entertaining.
That's a good word. Yeah. And I think she's
spunky.
relatable. If you do nails,
Very relatable.
You don't feel intimidated. You get it. You're
Yep.
like, oh yeah, I'm there with you, Carly.
Yeah.
Understood.
Super cute.
So she's a gifted videographer.
Very gifted. So, unfortunately, of course, that means Nixie Rose is going, and like either of the three, you can't not have a gasp of shock.
I know.
Of any one of the three.
But this was, for me, like a kind of a huge surprise. She had the most wins this season. She had 4 wins. So it was really tough. But this, I mean, it was a tough last challenge. It's meant to be really, really hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so we're going to see her in the design lab.
Correct.
But before we get there, even though I didn't have a challenge to share today, I still wanted to do my Snoopy Snoop.
Of course.
And I chose, the first one is Ashton Harlan.
Yeah, I love this set.
This was a set I found in her photos, because again, she's all business right now, and I can't just post her Facebook images of NTNA. This was a set that she posted from a 4th of July, and I felt like in this moment of being at the end and everything, that we can do it. And the theme of it, is the
So
women
good.
in
Women
the war.
power.
Yeah, women
Girl power.
power. So I really loved that image for today.
Yeah.
And then Carly Sneers' Facebook that I just grabbed was actually a share from Tracy Lee, who is a past NTNA winner.
Yeah.
And I chose it because it was such a great
that
message
is a
for
good
us
message.
as technicians.
Yeah.
New nail shape? No. Severe damage caused by continually trying to taper large nails to look sleeker than they really are. Result, lower missing arches, weaker nail, more breaks. So true, and I see this a lot.
I bet, yeah.
As, head judge of Nail Olympia, when we do the pink and white competitions for acrylics and gels, I see people filing into those arches all the time.
Yeah.
Love that picture. So we have a winner to announce from last week's challenge, which was between Emily and Kelsey.
Yes.
And the winner is...
Kelsey Waldo.
If I was watching the show, I would expect Emily. Because of your picture with Emily
Well,
and
you
us
know what's funny? I
showing her at the
asked
beginning.
Emily, I said, if you had won, would you have been able, because she doesn't live in Chicago, so she had to take the train from Indiana to meet me in Chicago. And I said, if you had won and you were working on your nail, like, would you have come to meet me? And she goes, actually, no, I was going to cancel on you. And I was like, okay, thank God.
Priorities.
I wouldn't want you to, like, think that was more important than finishing
Yeah,
stuff.
priorities.
But in kind of a good way, she was out, so she got to just hang out with me and not worry about anything else. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of relief, but not. I mean, listen,
Yeah.
that would make her, what, 3, 4, 5th?
Exactly.
Seriously, I always say if you're top 12,
Yeah.
you've done incredible. So being 5th, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
She's incredible.
But that's not a bad consolation prize. I take you to lunch, right?
Right.
It's not
I
too
love
bad.
going to lunch with you.
I know, it's fun.
So, Kelsey Waldo, of course, I did her Snoopy Snoop. I discovered I didn't know something about her.
What?
She
There's more
put
to know?
one last rip on the quad for today, forever country girl, plus I may have a screw or two loose. So, I didn't know she likes to go four-wheeling on quads.
Kelsey's just got a lot
Yeah.
going on. Like,
Yeah.
I love learning about her.
Yeah.
What do we not know about Kelsey?
I know. And this was cute because she used
The filters.
Yeah, the filters was
Kelsey.
cute. And then for Nixie, I pulled this because
This
I
is
just thought it was
hilarious.
hysterical.
This is
Meme.
hilarious.
She always has good memes.
We have to copy this.
Yeah, this is, I have a pleasure room for you. Do you want to see it?
50
And
Shades.
Of course, it's 50 Shades of Grey and it's all polished. Like, who wouldn't die? That could be like somebody's walk-in closet.
That's hilarious.
It's a good one.
Nixie, you're funny.
So we have submissions because they had to, of course,
We
battle
have
it out.
two very important submissions.
What did you ask of them for the theme of
Okay.
this competition?
So because we were coming off of Lauren's 2D that looks 3D, what we wanted for the last chance was a very 3D, a pop-up. So we asked for pop-up style nail art that explains why you should go to the finale, because this is where this is the Miss America question, right? This is where we need to really know what you're about, because we're gonna be paying for you to come to Orlando with us, and it's you against Carly and Ashton, who are tremendous, and we need to have a winner amongst them. So I wanted to really hear why they deserve this trip to Orlando.
I love even that comparison of the Miss America.
Yeah.
Because that question is so important.
It is
like,
so important.
why do you want to be Miss America?
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Why
Why
are
do
you here?
Why do you?
here?
And
Yeah.
I think for the most part, I guess as a viewer, I want to hear a fight to win it.
Yeah.
And this one was a hard one.
Right.
And it was a controversial one.
Kind of, yeah.
So let's start with Kelsey.
Yeah.
And normally we don't read the description on it.
Right.
But I felt like this time, it being the final two, we really had to give the full on it.
Context.
Yeah. Do you want me to do this one?
Go
or do
for
you want
it.
to do this one?
Go
Okay.
for it.
I'm going to put my eyeballs on because,
Okay. Read it in
I'm
Chinese.
I'm getting that.
Just
Yeah,
kidding,
I'm going to
just
read it
kidding,
in
just
Chinese. I'm going to read it in Chinese and Peacock. So this Nails Next Top artist journey has been such a blessing, and it's an honor to compete alongside such incredible nail artists. In my audition video, I discussed my character of always being humble, kind, and having integrity. This piece demonstrates these characteristics. I stayed with my Asian aesthetic and tried to show my growth in line work, cohesiveness, and color coordination. Bamboo is the symbol of virtue and reflects the soul and emotions. I thought this tied in perfectly with my integrity scroll. Integrity is being honest and doing what is right even when it is not in your favor. So unfortunately, I do not feel that this is my year or that my statistics are close to that of the other incredibly talented girls. I have thought long and hard about this after reading the prompt of, why should you go to the finals? And analyzing the challenge wins and overall statistics of this season. Although I can see growth, I am not up to the level of a finalist. I cannot potentially take an opportunity away from someone who has truly earned it with the most challenging wins of the competition. I do not feel that I have earned a spot in the finale, at least not this year. I don't know why, but those last few lines started getting me all choked up.
Oh, of course.
I'm a little choked up because, and I did it, I've read this like 3 times, but reading it out loud, Kelsey, for God's sakes, girlfriend, can we have a little therapy session here? You are in the final four.
Right.
How can you feel like this about yourself? I wanna virtual hug her right now and go, you need a pep talk. Because you are deserving of being here.
Right.
Carly only just won her first.
Right.
And she's won one.
Right.
So
it's
why
not
do you feel that way?
statistics. It's not statistics.
Makes
It's not
me
statistical.
really sad.
Yeah, I know. It makes me
Really
sad
sad.
too. But if we could talk about her artwork,
Yeah.
it is amazing.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. It is her aesthetic.
Yeah.
I think it's well done. I love the print with the gold. I love the explanation of the bamboo.
It's so
symbolism.
simplistic and clean, and
It's so
it's
clean.
her.
It's clean, and there's
so
3D
her.
because we know she's good
Yeah.
at 3D. So it is a pop up. I would have liked to have seen more of a pop up, but it's beautiful.
I wanted her to be fierce and go, I deserve it.
Of
I am
course.
awesome.
Of course.
So yeah, when I see you face to face, girl, I'm gonna hug you and I'm gonna give you a lecture on owning it. Be fierce. You are in any of the top 12. Come on.
Yeah, no, they've
You're
all
awesome.
done so wonderful. Teresa is asking, how do you decide who wins? And maybe I should clarify.
Oh, you should, because maybe we haven't even touched on that.
So that's a good point. Jan Arnold is, in charge of co-founder and style director of C&D. She's our head judge. Jan picks this winner. It's all on Jan. So it's so nice because it's not up to me. I love it.
I know.
It's on her. But there's also no popular vote. So even though you love these girls, continue supporting them, but there's nothing to vote on. So yeah, it's up to Jan.
I have a comment from Phyllis Carlson, our top fan, one of our top fans. She says, I do not agree. She is overcome with so many obstacles that were thrown her way. Like they're supporting you, maybe you should read these too. And I bet you she could read the ones in the nails chat. Okay. Yeah, like people give her the love because she needs to hear it.
Yeah.
And tell her she's deserving and totally is where she is because she earned it.
Absolutely.
Every moment of it.
Yeah.
Now, because she chose to do something totally original, all I had to share was this image. Whereas I don't want it to look like I'm favoring Nixie on this next part because Nixie's theme started with was a different.
She did a different take.
It's like she's the opposite. She spoke opposite of Kelsey. So do you want to read this
I'll read
one?
Nixie. So for this last chance Design Lab challenge, we were asked to create a nail tip based on why we deserve to be in the finals. My proudest achievement in this competition is my 4 weekly challenge wins, more than any other contestant this season. For my nail tip, I wanted to amalgamate elements from my 4 wins into one image loosely based on the 3D pop-up challenge of last week's Wildflowers challenge. I chose the transparent sea, coral and plastic waste from Lachat's Perception versus Reality challenge, the Northern Lights from Easy Flow's World of Wonders challenge, the frog, checkerboard effect, and mushrooms from Koopa's Triptych Fix challenge, and the volcano from Gel 2's Creative Eruption challenge. So it's basically a smorgasbord of Nixie wins.
So Marissa's been showing the viewers the one nail with it all coming together, and because she called out these 4 sets, I wanted the viewers to be able to see it.
Yeah, I think it's good that you kind of brought it all in.
So the first image I'm showing is her calling out the Lachat challenge, Perception versus Reality.
Right.
And that was where she did the coral reef.
Right. Kind of like the damage that we're doing to the ocean.
Was really cool too because it had a thermal color changing aspect to it where it looked damaged, the coral looked damaged and the sea life was damaged. The next one she called out was the Northern Lights from Easy Flow's World of Wonders challenge, which she did that glow in the dark effect, which was really cool. And then, of course, the next image we're showing is from the Triptych Fix challenge, which was ours.
Yay.
And I mean, incredible.
Right.
I'm still drooling over that. And then her 4th mention is the volcano from Gel 2's set of nails.
Cocktail volcano.
Yeah. So if you go back to her submission, you can see based on those 4 pictures I shared.
You can definitely see each of them in there.
Yeah. Totally can see them in there. It was a really brilliant idea. I think it was great.
It's cool. And it's her. Cool. It's a very Nixie nail.
And I just remembered something I was going to reach out to Nixie about, but I forgot. Richard really likes the frog. in this set. I don't know if she built these on herself or if she pre-built them or whatever, but hey, Nixie, if you want to give up your frog, Richard wants to be standing back there going, yeah, Richard really wants the frog.
There you go.
I would love to, if this was a press-on set, just because it was the winning challenge for Koopa, I would
you would love to have
shadow
them?
box
Okay.
it.
Well,
and
now that's
give her-
out there in the
so
world.
That's out there in the world.
Cool.
Let's see. So we're not even able to say who won because
Yeah.
Miss Jan Arnold still has to
We
do
don't
her
know.
job.
We don't know yet. I honestly don't know. I'm not
Yep.
holding anything
Nope.
back from anybody. No, I don't know.
And what's the date or the deadline
I
to
told
announce?
her to let me know by Friday.
By Friday,
So
we
by
will know
Friday
who
we're gonna
that
know.
third slot
And she's
is.
she takes her time because it's so important to her. So I think it's good
She
that we
takes
don't
it
have
serious.
a winner in 2 seconds. Yeah.
So you're going to have to, first of all, tune into nailsmag.com to get the announcement on who
Yes.
wins it.
Yes.
Of course, next week during our broadcast, we'll announce who the final
Oh,
three
yeah.
on this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a big deal because that's it. It's down to who's going to be in Orlando with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I think next week would be a good week for me to share my. No, I can't. I have to do it after Orlando.
You do
I
have
have
to
my
do it after
prediction
Orlando.
envelope.
You can't do it now.
Last year, I
Yeah.
predicted who the top three were in the order, and I'll wait until after Orlando.
Jan
I'm
just
gonna
texted
share.
me. She said,
She did.
she said she took a glance. And
Oh,
I'm
now
like,
she's
"What?
peaked.
Well, you guys
Before the show, she
do
hadn't
more
even
than glance."
peaked yet.
Yeah.
So now
I'll text her back. You have to
Yeah.
go. She'll really read it though. She's not the type to just.
You
glance
gotta
at
share
it.
with me
Yeah.
what she said.
Okay.
So I know, like, this feels like such a short broadcast, but
'Cause
we
we're
don't
at the
have
end.
videos, we
We're
don't
at
have
the
submissions,
end.
we don't have a
Yeah.
sponsor. It was just
Yeah.
cleaning it all up.
But the next challenge will be C&D's challenge.
Yeah.
Which is our final. This is it. This
Yeah.
is really it. And it's multi-part. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
probably be bringing the results on the air in multiple parts as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you go to nailsmag.com/Koopa TV Guide.
Yep.
And look at the TV guide because Beth and I have already worked out what the next broadcasts
Right.
will be. We're going to have some special guests.
Yes.
Hopefully interview the top three. Of course, Jan is doing there.
Yes.
We have, of course, on May 29, we have the Koopa keynote.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot still going on leading up to Orlando. And then the 2 weeks following Orlando. So you
Absolutely.
can go to the TV guide there. If you are interested in competing and you've never competed and you think your interest is piqued, if you're going to be in Orlando, there's an opportunity to compete at the Premier Beauty Show in Nail Olympia, USA. So we just want to drop that. And what else? Oh, make sure, of course, you go get your tickets at nailsmag.com
Yep.
/NTNA Social 2019. I feel like I have so many follow-up things now.
If you're just tuning in to this broadcast and the competition and
Yeah.
you want to know more, ntna.nailsmag.com, the whole competition's online. You can
Yeah.
look back through the weeks and kind of see how we got here. Yeah.
Go back and see all the
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
There's so much information there, even if you're just a nail technician looking for education. Check
Totally.
out those videos.
Yeah, good tips. Yeah.
So that's it. I think that's all of our show. My goodness. I feel like it was so short.
It was so short, but I mean, it's important, impactful. Yeah.
Well, as always, I want to thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate that you join us every week, Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time here on Koopa's Facebook page and Nails Magazine's Facebook page. And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Colors and patterns help us express ourselves, show the world who we are. Sometimes I wake up and I feel girly, sometimes I'm flirty, sometimes I feel free, but most days I just feel like me. Show the world who you want to be. Color me curious. Join us May 29th on our Facebook page for the big reveal.